Did you feel that there was still unfinished business between you two and that there was more great work that could be done?
Well, first off, I saw your Bring It to the Table, so I know exactly how you felt. I saw your whole rant on they were just getting started. Like, why cutting it off so quick? I feel like I could have even had a longer, story with Bailey. I feel like it's one of those things like you can have a longer story with anybody. And Sasha and I, we do have that history. We do have, history from NXT, and we definitely can make an amazing storyline because there is that underlying tension towards each other. And we did have one of my most favorite matches and this year, and to continue that, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Sasha and I have our differences, but she is amazing at what she does, and I can't take that away from her, and I will never disrespect her work.
Well, she didn't feel exactly the same way towards you when I talked to her, excuse me, at Talking Smack. How does that work, though? I mean, obviously, I don't want to ruin things, but can you just give us a little bit of insight into when there's real heat between people, and we hear about that from time to time. I think one of the most fascinating things about the wrestling business is when you have heat with someone. Your job is to have a great match that looks violent, that looks impactful, but on a personal level, as a professional, your job is to protect that person and make sure that you guys work safely. So when you're in a situation with someone where you guys do not get along very well, and then Road Dogg has to pull you guys over and say, okay, here's what I want to do, and you guys work on things together, how complicated is it to sort of navigate that relationship? It's weird. Like, the people who I don't like in my life, I really don't spend much time with, let alone have them breathing in my face and, like, rolling on top of me. So how do you sort of negotiate when you have kind of, like, ill feelings towards someone, but you have to work closely?
I've always been the person to, say business is business, personal is personal. I will never let my personal feelings about somebody get in the way of business. You know what I mean? Because I want to have a productive match. I want to have a safe match. I want to have a great match. I want to take this company to the next level with our women, with this, women's revolution. And, I've seen the things she said about me, and, if that's how she feels, that's fine. But we know that we put it to the side and have a productive professional match, because that's what it's all about. Because, I'm trusting her with my body. She's trusting me with hers, and I will never, ever, I never want to have somebody's injury or somebody's, misstep or something happen on my watch. So I know that no matter what, I'm always going to be in professional mode, because it doesn't matter how we feel about each other. The point is we have a job to do, and we have to go and we have to do it well.
Her saying that you didn't love wrestling as a kid. Tell us a little bit about. I know we talked about it the first time I interviewed you, but is there any validity to her saying that? And do you have any feelings about that, or think it's a stupid comment in the first place?
Absolutely not. I mean, I watched wrestling growing up. She can say what she wants. I'm not going to be the one to be like, oh, she's lying, blah, blah, blah. You can take shots at people all you want. You know what I mean? And some people, I personally don't like to take cheap shots. I don't take personal shots because, this is a business and we're here to work and we're here to be professional. And so if she thinks that I didn't watch wrestling growing up, let her think that. Whatever fuels her fire, you know what I mean? Whatever makes her feel like she can get in the ring with me and have whatever kind of match she wants to have. I did watch wrestling growing up, and I did know the difference between the Hardy Boys. And, me and my little cousins, we used to pretend like we were wrestlers and pretend we were the Hardy Boys in our blow-up pool that didn't have any water in it because it was a square and we thought it was a wrestling ring. And, when I was little, I used to chase my cousins around doing the claw because I thought that was the move of the decade. And, I mean, my grandma used to talk to us about like the Great Kabuki, and like so when I came into my tryout, I was like, I'm going to be like the Great Kabuki, but instead of growing green mist, I'm going to blow glitter. Hunter thought it was a terrible idea, but
oh my god, I think that idea's mage.
I think it's great. But the only thing I can really say about it is, just if it's something that's going to fuel you, think whatever you want. You know what I mean? And sometimes maybe it's just personalities, maybe it's jealousy. I don't know. I don't care. Because, I have a job to do, and I'm not going to waste my time, trying to take low blows at somebody or lie about their lives. Like, I respect her. I respect her work. And if something about me is going to trigger something that's going to have us have an amazing match, I'll trigger it.